Hey, isn't that a beaut? Okay, so we're on the gondola ride at California Adventure, and it's cool because they give you barf bags just in case, because we're on the swinging version. They have two versions. You can ride the outer version, which the baskets do not swing, but we're on the one that swings, and we are prepared. They actually have them right over here in a little pocket for people.
Oh, no! No!
You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars.
Well, guys, it was bound to happen sometime. There we were, going along our merry way in the middle of Disneyland, thinking I was filming everything, and we had a terrible technical glitch, and all I filmed was my shoes. So it happens, right? I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. I can't get the footage back. I can't go back again this weekend and get more footage for you. So my sincerest apologies. You don't get to see me screaming on any more of the rides, and you missed the whole, 2 hours of Carl, and I sitting and having a lovely glass of wine and enjoying the park. We did have a great time, and I'm really glad that we got to share it with you guys. Listen, what it did was it gives me an opportunity to share something with you guys that I've been wanting to share for a while. And I think that it's really good information. Lots and lots of you guys are out there, you're camping, you're doing it. Some people that we like to watch, they say, don't wait, just get out there with what you have, right? I don't care if it's teardrop, I don't care if it's a tent, I don't care if it's not the perfect rig. It'll never be the perfect rig, you guys. It'll never be. The important part is that you make the memories, that you get out there and you enjoy it while you have the opportunity. Somebody said one time, you only have 18 summers with your kids. And wow, when they said that, it was like a huge light bulb moment for me, because when you look at it in that perspective, it flies by. It just flies by. I can't stress to you enough how important it is to just get out there, you guys. Just get out there and have fun and enjoy your family and enjoy each other, and just take life in stride. Sorry, I keep bumping the table. Anyway, along those lines, a lot of you are still struggling, right? It's difficult to find the budget. It's difficult to find the wherewithal to figure out how to make this lifestyle work for you and what that looks like. And for a lot of you, you're still working, and maybe you can't work remotely. Maybe you can't work from the RV. So how do you do it, right? How do you figure all this out? Carl and I want to retire full time, and so we're 3 to 5 years out from that being a reality for us. But I'm trying really, really hard to make all the right decisions and get all my ducks in a row and figure out how this is going to work and what that looks like for us, right? Well, the same thing goes for you guys. If you want to just figure out how you're going to tent camp, right? Where you're going to go and how you're going to make that happen. Maybe you don't have weekends together. Everybody has a different situation and a different scenario, right? So I have 5 suggestions for you on how to get out there sooner if you're still someone who needs the income. Maybe you're not on Social Security. Maybe you're not independently wealthy, right? And you are going to need to work in order to make this a reality, whatever that looks like. So I have some ideas that I've gathered for you, and if you guys have some more ideas, please share them with the community. Write them in your comments below and share them so everybody can see them. Everybody has a different picture of what this looks like and how it works for you. And I'm really excited to see all the different ideas that people have and come up with to make this lifestyle work for them, right? So obviously if you have an entrepreneurial spirit, right? Maybe you own your own business, or maybe you've been doing something long enough that you're not quite sure, but you think you might be able to make this a reality as your own business, right? I mean, I was a graphic artist for, 30 some odd years, but in between being a graphic artist, food was my passion. So I was always cooking or making, I made wedding cakes. I was a personal chef. I catered weddings. Like, it was just always something that was fun to me, and usually like in between the graphic jobs, right? And so there was a lull in the world and they didn't need graphic artists, and I was trying to figure out what I was going to do. And we had moved to Mississippi. It was the first time I'd been without the boys, and so I realized that I had nothing to do and nobody was hiring artists. So it was like, Carl was working all the time. I'm like, okay, what am I going to do with myself now? And I'm watching the Food Network show, and Bobby Flay, who's one of my favorites, is doing this cookie. He was comparing cookies. Somebody was making cookies, and then he was going to try to make a cookie that was as good as theirs or better than theirs, and then there was this panel of judges that was going to judge it. And I'm watching this going, I can make those cookies. And so I did. I just started baking. I'd never been much of a baker. I'd always been more of a cook. And so I started making these cookies, and it was like everything in the universe came together at the right time to make it a great experience. We bought the food truck. We had the food truck for the food truck business, I should say, for about 6 years. And I wish I would have started it when I was in my 20s, right? Because it was very, very hard work, but oh, so fun and so rewarding. And I'm so glad that I did it. That's the key, right, you guys? Start taking a look at yourself and or your spouse and significant other and their talents and what you can do and what you've done, and where does all of those things in the universe intersect, right? How can you bring all those things together to bring in income? And maybe you need to figure out what kind of income you need to make, right? From the moment you step out the door, or you're in the RV, or whatever that looks like, right? Maybe it's only a few $100s a month. Maybe it's $1,000 a month. I mean, that's where you need to start, is kind of figure out, what do I really need in order to have the lifestyle that I'm looking for, right? Maybe a lot of people start, a vacation fund because they want to take a vacation every year. So they start stashing away, a little money into a savings account. Maybe that's where you start, right? Just start stashing it away. Just start putting it away and have a goal, have a goal in mind. Not 10 years down the road, not 5 years down the road. Have a goal of 6 months. Have a maximum goal of a year. Don't wait longer than that. Put a plan together and figure out how to work that plan. Getting on to the 5 things I was going to mention to you. Some of you guys already know these things. Some of you maybe don't, and you haven't explored them yet. I know certainly with COVID, it has brought to light all kinds of ways that people can work from home, right? Businesses have figured out, wow, if we want to keep this business going, we need to figure out how to remotely incorporate our employees into this business. have that conversation with your boss. If you're not already working from home, it's a conversation, right? If he can't make that work for you or she can't make that work for you, they'll let you know. But if they know that it's something that you desire or you're looking for and they value you as an employee, maybe they can help you figure out how to make that happen. So telecommuting, right? Figuring out how to work from the road, from your house, from your camper, from wherever you're at, right? That would be the first, probably most viable idea, is to already do what you're doing, but be able to do it from the road, okay? The second thing, work camping. So it's not just a phrase, it's a real thing. Work camping is a real thing. Lots of people are doing it, and there's lots of different ways you can do it. So a lot of campgrounds need people, right? If I owned a campground, I'm not gonna be there 24/7. You know, I just can't be. Maybe I can't do all the repairs. You need people. You own a campground, you need people. A lot of the big campgrounds, they have restaurants, they have bowling alleys and theaters and swimming pools. There are all kinds of jobs that need to be filled at a campsite, at a camp resort, and they are willing to pay you to do it. Some of it is going to be in exchange for your living spot, right? They will give you a campsite in exchange for part-time hours each week. It's a very common thing. You'd be amazed. You can look at work camping sites online. You can sign up with workcamping.com. You can contact the individual campsites. Maybe there's one not too far from you, or maybe there's someplace that you guys like to go camping all the time. Check with them. See if they know other campgrounds in the area that are looking for help. Okay, so that's a great way to get your rent free. Okay, some of them do hourly too, so that's always a possibility. Let's see, so telecommuting, work camping, freelancing, and I kind of touched on that a minute ago. Freelancing would be doing writing for a living, things that you can do remotely, okay, very easily online. And there's so much stuff on today that you can do online, right? So you could be a freelance writer, write for magazines, start that book you've always wanted to start, review books, right? I just got invited to review a cookbook. Yay, I'm thinking that's a wonderful idea, right? And right up my alley. So I'm gonna take a look at that. Write for travel magazines. If you are out RVing a lot and you get to see a lot of different areas, people wanna know, they want that information, right? If they're headed to Santa Fe, New Mexico, ooh, what can I do while I'm there? Write some RV magazines, travel magazines, write articles for them and throw them out there and see if anything sticks. So that's freelancing. Also look at masterclass. There's an awful lot of people who take classes online. You could start your own class, maybe making a craft. Maybe you know how to blow glass beads. Maybe it's something you already do from the camper. Teach it to other people, right? Do it online, set up your video camera, film it, and people will pay to take your class. You'd be amazed, right? Okay, so we've got telecommuting, freelancing, work camping, social media. Okay, social media. Of course, you're all like, yeah, but what? You know, YouTube videos. No, there's a lot of different things you can do, and it's amazing how quickly you can. Sorry, I have hiccups. It's amazing how many things you can do to make money. So you have blogs and vlogs, websites, right? You can do YouTube videos, of course, and there's a level that you've got to get to be monetized. That is to make money from YouTube, and we're nowhere near that. Just in case you guys are interested, we need a lot more subscribers and a lot more things going on before we would ever be able to get to that point, right? So it's a goal, but if we're just sticking to this, this is a hobby for us. This is something that we enjoy doing, something that we enjoy sharing with our friends and family. And if people get something out of it, the more the merrier. But maybe you have a subject that you think is very valuable to people out there and you want to get started doing that. Do it. Okay? So that is social media. I forgot to mention Camp Amazon earlier when I was talking about workforce camping. So Amazon has its own camper force. It's called Camper Force, and you can sign up online for it. Amazon intentionally seeks out RVers and nomads and people who do this seasonal work camping. And they have different times of the year at Christmas time and such, that they need people, right? All of a sudden, they need a huge influx of people to work for them. So they discovered that they could get this, all of a sudden, these people who want to travel around the country 3, 4, 6 months out of the year, you can commit to a job with Amazon. And not only do they pay you $15 to $16 per hour, but they also will supplement your campsite property. They'll give you up to 560, don't quote me because it's been a while since I looked this up, but they'll pay you as much as $560 a month for your campground for a couple, okay? If you both work at Amazon. And there's rules, right? And there's lots of stuff online. You can look it all up. But you have to commit to whatever that time frame is that you commit to, right? So let's say you commit to 4 months. You have to do the whole 4 months. You get the salary, you get the $15 an hour. But at the end of the 4 months, if you finish the time, there are bonuses and additional money that you could make by committing to the season, right? That's how they keep their force going and how they keep the people that they need there to complete the jobs that they need. It's not for everybody. Very hard work. If you've ever paid any attention to Amazon or the people that work there and the jobs and stuff, it's hard work. It's a lot of, I don't want to say it's a lot of physical work. It's a lot of walking. So the fifth and final thing that I wanted to mention is become an RV technician. Maybe you have a skill set. You're a really good mechanic. Maybe you're mechanically inclined with small engines or small engine repairs. Maybe you know how to work on generators and different things that would contribute to the RV lifestyle. Certainly, any kind of engine repair. But maybe you're just really handy around the RV. Maybe you've had a lot of things break, or maybe you've remodeled or rebuilt your RV. There are people in the campground that desperately need those kinds of services. Maybe you have a power washer, or you're interested in helping people wash and wax their RVs. It's crazy how much I've had to pay to get the RV and truck washed. And it's not easy. You can't just drive through any car wash with these things, right? So it's a real thing. And very, very welcome. RVers are kind people. I find them to be very generous and helpful people. And if you're having a problem in the campground, reach out. Ask people, ask questions, ask your neighbor how they do things, ask them different things. It's amazing how great RVers are at helping each other because we've all been there. Everybody started somewhere, right? I don't care if you started in a tent or you started with a trailer, whatever it is, you started somewhere, right? You've probably experienced what they're going through. Just sit around your campsite and watch somebody try to back in with their rig for the first time. 8 guys will come out of the woodwork going, "You want some help with that? Can I help you with that? Give me your keys." And we've had people park our rig more than once. It's been very helpful. So think about those things. Is there something that you can do while you're at the campgrounds? Oh, dog watching, dog sitting, kid sitting, do laundry for people. A lot of people are staying in the campground for a whole month. They don't have a washer dryer in their rig. Maybe they are having some health issues and they can't get to the laundromat, but they desperately need some laundry done. It's a great way to make money on the side. Think about things that you did maybe when you were younger and you were trying to, get extra money to pay the food bill or whatever it was. Just put your thinking cap, guys. Just put your thinking cap on, guys. I think you can come up with something. In terms of your spouse, how can you encourage your spouse? Perhaps they're the ones with the talent. Perhaps they're the ones with the discretionary time, and they're more able to focus on maybe a YouTube channel or a way to make extra money. Encourage them. Give them a little nudge. Give them some ideas. Help them think about it for just a minute. And who knows? It's amazing what you guys can come up with when you put your minds to it. I know you can. Listen, you guys, thanks so much for joining us this week. And it's been wonderful to share some of my thoughts and ideas with you. Hopefully, I appreciate your time and I haven't taken up too much of it. And sorry about the technical difficulties with California Adventure. You know we're going to be back out there. And I promise we'll get some more. Who knows, maybe next year, but we will get some more Disneyland stuff. Hey, if you have questions, post them down in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button so you like our videos, and share, because it's always good to share. Subscribe by hitting that bell, because that'll let you know when the next video is out. We release them every Sunday night. And listen, we'll see you guys next week.